Na Blackstars match no. Na Max also be so rap match nim kaka.
Yeah.
Na yehe.
Yeah.
Said yes I give me sikoi. The kind well on some my baby voices.
Yeah, and the Croatia say Ghana 2-1. But remember Ghana ni be worry because on the day no not in favor Ghana. And those me say those things play football. But if I say on the day ni sa ma na say what team na against you na ndi obo bia yes no kokra. But so one more ball na yes no kuna obo the same ball na obo na den a ebesi. And why am I saying that? On the 27th day of June, Ghana Blackstars winning match that. Both local or abroad. If you are born the 27th of June, a day for Ghana to win a game. Obi able to me I research for that. Ye win it.
Okay.
And at the World Cup, win him there too. Okay, I'm running any Brazil boy no share 3-0. The same date. Germany Brazil share round of 16 no. 27th of June. It's this one, the same 27th of June, now you winning match and you winning. And you said the same 3 goals now, so that's not happening. Yes, said Brazil share 3-0. Anyway, so 3 goals nearby. But this time, acquire 2-1, so we even did well. And again, they say, Ghana has struggled on the 3rd game at the World Cup. Mamintia Kwame do. On my message by my grandma, no say, Max, game ya in England, ya bought Roy. I am on na boys in Europe. On a debut Ghana see a brilliant game at the World Cup. I had the subsequent game no, yes struggle. That is true, because a 3rd game now 2006 yes United States of America 2-1, and they free one in Winnie. In 2010 we lost to Germany. In 2014 we lost 2-1 to Portugal. In 2022 we lost 2-0 to Uruguay, and in 2026 we lost 2-1 to Croatia. Odiano Tonja, your coach Carlos Queiroz no. The 3rd game at the World Cup no most often don't win it. On time results. On time results. But then Croatia also record against African teams brilliant. And the 6 wins, 4 draws and just 1 loss. Cameroon I think 2002 World Cup. But later almost by the World Cup they say Cameroon 4. But our coach Nas Lako Dalit no against African teams no on Lusu. Injandi say na share sa nyoma ye gudwana na edne. Na it was difficult for Ghana to win, especially when say Ghana team we scored 2 goals and they are conceded 2 goals in 3 games. So it means that in the defense we are good, solid, but going forward no we are weak. Enti yenye team a say goals be brave. So ye the NSA and the yenya 1 goal will frustrate you. 89 knows that if Ghana is going to win, it's going to be just a goal. But Croatia see a team almost concede goals. Because Christian was telling you on the say from bare 5-6 matches a boy in an almost concede goal. I'm proud to say almost share Panama 1-0 on the pay. It's a Ghana might get their goal. That's why I so say Croatia will be winning a bay 2-1. In turn, clearly speaking, looking at what is on the table, the game was very, very difficult for Ghana. Again, Croatia a team be open position almost be heavyweight about World Cup and what I say. So for them to go out our group stage in that manner, and it was going to be very difficult. So for that matter, they decided to throw everything into the game. And technically or tactically, what the coach did right, and they say, Ghana are very good when it comes to defensive block, low block. No? So what they resorted to shooting from afar. So it was steady game now. They started shooting from afar. And no, you will not expect it. And now say short and Andy. Say obo possibly say bese a higher than so bebo we nimu. Say hate ball we nimu bebra. Possibly say beko outside never far bars on a higher, but ubo wait because no a bar ne bend a bedroom pole etuminya ne direction deco. So they decided to do that. And again, almost I Yusu crosses. Well, from this side, set piece no crosses, no, and that is really what got them the goals. So clearly speaking, it was very, very difficult for Ghana on the day. It was very, very difficult. And the weighing a prophecy, weighing a BBR, it is what it is. Everything was against us, especially as a team on the set date. Yebobo and you, I didn't on the set date. Yebobo Ghana and we need that. I didn't. So it means that we are not lucky on that very day, and these things happen even in Europe. Also, Santa a ball leg near Yana to make a say team be say so about Tuesday in Umbra and you to me win it. Team be say so about Wednesday area on to me win it. team be say ebia or bar way ebia a Thursday area on to me winning, and those records are there heading for them to win. And yet drawing a BBR. And say on the game ne dear, and now her player for player experience ne idea. I think the Croats were ahead of us, and that is exactly what really happened in the game. And see, we know yen fan toncha and the what I say na yen share what is ahead of us na yen kwe no so.
Na Christian Babam kakra na my core voices no so.
We are similar to 2010 World Cup no. Win your first game, draw your second game, and lose your third game. 2010 Ghana the 4 points in the qualify you. And the 2010 World Cup happens to be the best World Cup Ghana abo. Because any you call him. And the first game you win. It was against Serbia. And a draw against Australia. And in final game of the group stage, you lose here and you have 4 points, similar pattern. But Maso, I think that before the game, Ghana who see a qualify, a feed into our approach.
Okay.
Say, now who see a qualify, and a game one, not gonna be here a result to be able to qualify to the next stage. I'm sure that can approach will be different. But just a day before the World Cup, that game, Ghana for the technical team, Ghanaians, the playing body, everybody who say Ghana qualify we. So the results did not actually matter. And because of that, and no aim for me, the coach, the selection, any approach into the game. I'm very sure. Say a game when I Ghana here win pa Andy and Kajeremu Poku coaching him resting at any cost. That the coach decided say on my Jerome Poku they needed rest. Me assure that a game one and Ghana here win pa and Calabrinchi regardless of yellow card and Calabrinchi a coaching the nebebo. So sa qualification Emma Ghana for say the results will not matter. Results will not affect say bet me qualify that say qualify and it fed into the approach and the way we played. Who they no ton ten. So be ampra and I knew obi ango tran ten. Obi new opportunity mebo. Why obi new opportunity because yamu obi resting. You must also justify why you deserve a place in the team. And certain players got the opportunity to play, and to be quite frank, they disappointed me. A game one, AB Krana coaching Kwabi Sazen could be a rest party. But the entire ultimate rest party is that Andy 2010 na yedi Michael Central channel. Near one Tonyana. The reason why I near feeling confident. See the SN better chain. The reason why Ghanaian felt any team feeling so confident, see they appear ever chain. It was because the day was emerging. So party there, Obobo, but party there are other players be one opportunity to also play and show that in the absence of such key players, what can you also do? Most of them disappointed me. Andy, I don't want to say nobody. But preview any review until Abraham Moody. One player or let me down, Elisha Wusu. Che spaces now, Yadima Croatia for no. And in the number of times Yama Croatia for a ball shot. If we had gifted the same spaces to Englander and incommented the same chances. We are sure that Maso, Sa short neighbor French Rebado. Yet my England phone movie. Hurricane movie. But the English were not having those spaces. And maybe on Befabiano, near blocking our spaces. But this time around, we decided to give them that spaces and short to me French and Basa and then fundamental basic errors. The number of times and it's a ball crowd as opposition in Brazil or Bejiu. They must work to recover the ball. But one can say, oh, now they show position now. And the one Jumana is less difficult for the opposition. And you're the ball nature, you're the ball nature, and most often, you're the ball nature, nay, Elisha, any in Kosisibo. Kosisibo against England was a beast. Kosisibo against Croatia was just an ordinary player. ebia na born na hwe emotions any your adrenaline pumping intino one pay attention to details some me abobo na wie no a woni hwe ye no just go YouTube na koboga just watch highlight the resulting corner na a man go fun de benya second goal no Sibo should have just cleared the ball o de gina hono mu ana se obobo no so ye de yo o gina ho emo gi ball no ana obo shot sa shot no and na e go bound e ball na e kwa akose but for the agility and the performance, one of the reasons why I mean, you say you kind of best goalkeepers are also determined by clean sheet. Asari go now what done there. Can kind of best goalkeepers as Asari bem. But Asari enya clean sheet. But Asari net.
Yeah.
And sa clean sheet and Asari enya no. It is not because of Asari who. Asari part of the job there. He did it. He did it. And sa elementary basic error, gifting the ball away no, and the cost Ghana. Yeka Kamadina and obi anka say time ba ko kan Jordan pe obi so to Jordan omunyanya Ghana fo ba o say Kamadina ntimi mo na ye kan dia obi anka hwe but just go and mention Jordan na ye baka che so na tie Jordan o tie Jordan o gidi free Jordan sem and na ye ka say and na Jordan about 2 goals amaya are you know the same person ba trust you say ya Jordan abaso but when timi amona ko kape then people will assume that as a tie Jordan and you don't want ntimi ambo omo ntimi ambo no and the mabosi bodin maboka made din but Jordan okobo Jordan dia am for so tie Jordan nobody hate Jordan in fact we expect Jordan to perform me one player I say me person or succeeding more than on one kasa ho the way he want to succeed you know I want him to succeed the way other person succeed I Kamadin I don't know why I like that ball too much I like him. Yes, Jane Kone Jeremy Doku, not Doku cry on Kono. But the same players now or yet better than Dokuno. Then normal Doku crowns with the same problem. Not Doku problem decision making. Yeah. But then saying Dokuba Man City no, why improve it? Even though say the best, but you could see say at least or try to be working on it. Commanding basically the same problem obey the runs sometimes take on but the final decision na commanding etimi say bibia
how come so only Doku example Doku improve commanding 10 be retrogressing in performance and I've always said this he's one boy at the Blackstars minim and yesterday na make say minim ade aya wo training ground so because she first na nkebeka say ani o2 Carlos Croatia so by the nebo. First game was starting. And now games was starting. Ti dia na ya no na two fan say coaches no pick your selection based on training regime training the players na now bra boy ya obegina park so obom be ehun die. Say ya no training any anom ne ko bobi ko eden. Ana say e wo training no oye bibia ehun and Obedina Park is one and referee one as a day.
He has been called by different coaches. Meaning that there's something coaches in or then they also justify the reason why we keep calling him. And they said training grounds so the way the training grounds and justify the training grounds performance. What we see any on match day and the match days, your man opportunity medical cancer. Say commanding opportunity the man no a local player at this opportunity the man no and on Messi Blackstar and Kejani free say local player bia any afre no any man opportunity after opportunity after opportunity and on Messi up like the way he's messing up now and Kejani free and I think that Onwanka Sanso me I like him Onwanka Sanso and the on trust so be here a personal coach or just Sabuchi they are personal coaches
one-on-one session
one-on-one coach Fred they identify the weakness of a player no one-on-one now weakness they try to improve upon it one day ebefa bono nimbo dia kane the end product now the Champions League near boy na PSG4G say utie yekoye comment to abontinti no wadwe anka what they were saying during the match because na enti me ade achi no me sa hwe match ni biom the commentator said when the small margins become the big margins in football the small margins could become the big margins so small margins ebetima be the determining factor there was a call 2-1 there was a baller na say Fatao a square ball back into space obi ball dey share na Fatao akobo shot
ebum onu so sa ball no kuta na am say time ana owo youth team no gina chi no agba hye no e woni trimu a je ball boom
sa ball na Fatao
boom
sa ball na Fatao ball o sa ball shot no na hu hia say Fatao ball shot decision making the small margins sa ball no we 2-1 down Fatao square ball now there were 2 Ghanaian players I know me on mark they were simply going to tap in then Fatao decided to ball shot na ball and so it did not even hit a target and for so a goalkeeper to a save I mean even a corner kick so sad decision making kitten no and out of baby ti one small decision pay and you know the ball or the game neko and anya hwe awowi unti ye ne hwe nyi coaches ni ntrase na sa nyema kitten esi ye no yen try say betimi aye ho adwuma na in a subsequent games no and ebi ntimi nkwankosi biem those small margins no in a game against Colombia and sa small margins no maybe the determining factor and they need to work on it